Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you, and welcome. It's me, Miigwetch, your friendly, free-ass, sweet-grass, water medicine woman. That's right, Christianna and Chris Carr superstar. Oh, this beautiful divine being right here. Welcome, you beautiful divine beings. Right here, too. How goes it with you? Yes, I got my Grumpy Bear shirt on. One of my favorite Care Bears, the Grumpy Bear. Led me into the wrong kind of... anyways, I'm swinging. A very special day tomorrow. And we'll see how that goes. I'm holding in here, holding her all together. You know, sometimes we gotta fall apart, put ourselves back together, right? You can't redo the puzzle unless you take it apart first, right? So, I mean, isn't that the fun of the puzzles too, right? When you do a little jigsaw puzzle. But some go, wow, that was a lot of work to put that in there. So they glue all the pieces together and it never gets done again. But isn't that the point of the jigsaw puzzle? There's a time to pass. You know, you put it together, then you break it apart, put it all back in the box. Another time you bring it out, put it back together again. I don't know. Good for you. You do jigsaw puzzles? Do you like to do them and glue them? Or do you like to do them and then, hey, put them away? So there'll be another time to do it again. Right? I want to tell that. I know, what is that for you? Can you hear my fire? Well, you can't really see it on the TV. I got a fire going. I guess it's got some music playing with it. Oh, you know what? It's not even the fire. Looks like some water going on back there. I'm trying to start the fire. It's my favorite show. The fireplace show. Or I like to have them when they're out on the beaches and stuff. Okay, let's just jump right into our dailies. Okay. So then we're going to call in all of our energies, right? Calling in all the energies from the east, the path of illumination and clarity, place of fire, place of man. And calling back all of our energies from the south, that's the waters, the emotion, place of child, the innocence. Calling back all of our energies from the west, that's the physical, the earth, the woman, place of introspection. Calling back all of our energies from the north, that's our wisdom years, the air, the mental. And we walk a red road. Our earth walk goes from childhood. And hey, we can get fooled by lots and where our loyalties lie and the trickster. We play lots of jokes and the imagination. We just have fun and playfulness, right? So that's childhood as we get up there into adulthood, into the wisdom years, hopefully. It's not just about that trickster. We become a generous protector and not a trickster, right? Our kids can be tricksters. Look at the tricks I can know, right? But maybe as we get older, we can become into that generous protector. We come into that role as a generous protector. I'm getting tripped up on my tongue here. But up in those wisdom years. So is that what you are? That generous protector? Or, right, you just being victim? It depends. Depends. We need our children to change our depends. It depends. Excuse me. Swinging, I'm a swinging, swinging. And kids are starting to get into school over there. I got the school in the backyard. Well, school's not in the backyard. Over the fence of my backyard, the school's right there. It's pretty cool. Anyway, east to west is the blue road of spirit. That's where we have the healing. When we connect in with that spirit, because we're all born with those abilities to heal. Like our liver regenerates itself. All these cells, what we tell them, you know, placebos work. What there's nocebos, what they say? You don't give them even the pill and they have a effect. I don't know. You can look into that yourself. But we need to tap into that spirit. We need that all. Have that spirit to run through us. That belief that we can and open up to that healing, because we don't heal ourselves, we don't heal others. We need to open up to that healing. That comes from the divine, the source, from the sustenance of the earth, whatever that is for you. What is that healing that you need, that your internal cells is calling you to, right? That your body will tell you that you need if we listen into that, right? So east to west is the blue road of spirit. You can also tap in with spirit. Help me. Well, that universal energy flow, like that's what that Reiki is too. It's tapping in. Some call it that Christ consciousness, but all this healing energy is all there. But we need to open up and work that through. As a healer, we can be like the booster cables, but we're not, you know, it's not the booster cables that start the car. It just helps it get enough juice in there. Whatever, right? No, and then we all come together and we see that we are spirit, we are earth, and we need to have that wholeness in ourselves. Otherwise, if we keep separating ourselves, we're going to keep separating everything and everyone else too. So it all begins within, and the spirit, they know that. There's that one source that goes through us all the energies is all there. So we need to bring it all in together. The light, the dark, all the colors belong here. All serve a purpose and all are needed. All are needed. Above, below, and within. Okay, we spread them, spread them, spread them, spread them. The circle of life. A weirdo, such a weirdo, loving me every more day though. Loving me more every day though, I think is what I meant to say, oh. I know how to swing it, I do. I know how to swing it, I know how to swing it. Do you know how to swing it too? Alrighty, break herald of new thought. Look at that. What are you replacing? What old thoughts are you replacing? Don't serve a purpose anymore. Not the purpose to help you. Everything's going to be serving a purpose, but is that purpose, you know, helping you? Right? Is it propelling you forward? Preventing you from going forward? I don't know. I think I like peas. Right? Your heart is home. 10 of bowls. This is where we're all coming to. Come home in ourselves, right? Know who we are, and those without can never fool us again. That's it. Truly, truly, truly. And look at that. I just got to pull that out because that was on the bottom there. As I'm saying, know who we are. That's the I am, the magician. You are creating you. Those are most powerful words there. I am. Careful what you place after those, right? Be careful what you place after those very powerful words. So your brain will make that happen. It wants it to match up. It wants your outsides to match your insides. And the within. Okay, let's do the overhaul today. 8:44. We're on the way. Ouch. Oh, ow, ow. And my girl home tomorrow for the tomorrow night. My kids will be home this weekend. Woo! Woo! Now I in a ground center bracket. Put it over here. 'Cause there's nothing I can do. Right now, right? I'm here in this moment. We're here. We're doing this reading. So let's focus here. Now let everything else go. Come join me right here. Because you know what? Don't worry about what's going on over there. Don't worry about getting there. You're never going to get there. Right? Okay? Don't worry about yesterday or tomorrow. Today's the only day you're in. Right? Right? There's that gift. But this is the only day we had the day to do anything in. We can't change yesterday. What we do today can affect tomorrow, but we're never going to get tomorrow. We'll never see tomorrow. As soon as we get there, we say, it's today. So why do we keep going for places we'll never be? Dreaming things, times that will never come. Tomorrow never comes. As soon as we get there, it's today. Right? Because today, right? It's going to be yesterday. When tomorrow becomes today. Whoa, right? Let's look at that. Are we going and waiting for a time that's never going to come? Are we trying to get somewhere when we're always going to be here? We'll never be there. We're never going to get there. We're always going to be here. Right? Right? Once you get there, you say, I'm here. Ah. Okay. Is your brain spinning? Enough of confusion today. Let's just dive right in. Maybe it'll be clearer in here. Ah, it's all clear. It's very clear. What I said, oh, it's truth. Overall. The overalls we're gonna do right here. Hanging in the week, right? The simplest lessons we're going to this week. Okay. Today, the Tell It Tuesdays is what weighs on. What are you telling today? But those cycles, looking at those cycles. Take a look Tuesdays. Take a look at those cycles. How did they create movement in your life? Or did they create stagnation? How did that help? Look at it. We can only do here. Like we can say, look at the bigger scale, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It's time to stop looking out there. Keep looking within. We all need to do that work within. Because we keep pointing fingers. It's a distraction. We need to look within, right? Touch. Get in touch with that inner wisdom. Hey, is 7 times 7 49? 7 does go into 49 though, doesn't it? Right? Huh? Anyways, besides the point. So it's that inner knowing, right? Salmon's like, why is I swimming upstream? All the other fish is like, look at that salmon fighting that current. Why don't we just go down this way, right? But he follows that inner knowing. And that's how he keeps that species going. Right? Because they're born in fresh water, but then they live in the salt water? Right? You see them swimming up streams, and sometimes where they go, like, and they die. They're born in the fresh water. They make their way out to the ocean. And when it comes time for them to spawn and, you know, keep that species going back up that river they go. I don't know why. Why am I leaving my nice salty water into this? This is so hard, but I keep going and I keep going. I don't stop. And I can see all these other dead salmons around here, but I just keep going. It looks like a wasteland of dead salmon. But all that dead salmon, they go there, they lay their eggs, they die. They become food for the new salmon that's growing. So it gives them that food and that energy to get them back out to the ocean. To grow out. Look at that. Those are the cycles. That creates that movement. It keeps going. Was there cycles that maybe were working that then you interrupted? Right? Because as man, sometimes we can interrupt poor salmon's cycles. Oh, we know the salmon's coming up here, so we start catching them before they're able to lay their eggs. So, and sometimes in us, those natural cycles of growing up, you know, sometimes we're rushed as children to grow up, so we're not going through natural cycles and natural rites of passage. That's all been kind of, you know, we don't have time for that now. We got to feed the babies on a schedule. We got to get everything on a schedule. So we're not going by cycles, we're going by schedules. And that's where, hey, that's not natural. It's man-made schedules. The cycles have been there since before man. Look at that. Get in touch with that inner wisdom. That's the truth. Hear that truth in you. Find out what's your inner wisdom. What were you made for? Maybe the cycles and stuff that you go through in your family, you can see that. Maybe. How have you helped in there? What's your special talent? What do you bring to the table? What is that? What's the cycles in your life? Reoccurring themes, things like that. What's your part? You that cycle breaker, right? What do we say? A schedule breaker? It's divine timing, not mine. You know, I'm going to listen and feed my baby on demand. And You know? Or feed my baby when my baby says my baby needs to be fed. And not because, hey, Dr. Spock's book said this, or this other parenting book said that, or whatever, right? We need to trust. Trust. We have that wisdom inside us, just like every salmon does. It doesn't need to be told to go swim upstream. It doesn't need to be told when he's born and it's strong enough to go up to the ocean. Let's look inside our own cycles, and when we get in touch with those and we work with them instead of against them, that's when we're going to get into that flow. That's when we're going to get into that flow. Creatively. Introspection. What is that? What has your cycles and patterns till now been telling you? Look at your own. We can look at them in the family and stuff too, but let's look at it. If you're looking at family cycles, see how you have repeated some or not, or if we become aware of that, right? We go into our default settings. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired, right? Default settings is what's been imprinted on our baby brain. So if we don't get in touch with that, our programming, that's the one. We don't get in touch with our own programming. Nobody knows it but us. Who's going to tell us, right? We got to heal that. Heal. That says we don't know what's best for us. Heal this, that these flesh is evil. These bodies are inherently evil. We need to heal that misinterpretation, I guess, maybe. It's healing those broken cycles. Healing that little inside. What did that little need? Healing any place where we feel victimized. And no, this is part of our journey. What was this here to teach me? Why did I sign up for this? Whatever that is for you, following in your own beliefs, your own spirituality, whatever that is, there's no right or wrong way. It's the way that helps, the ways that hurts, the ways that helps us heal, or the ways it holds us back. What is that, right? And doing it with gentleness. 4, look at that. We heal with gentleness, not aggressiveness, right? We want to do better when people say we're doing good, with encouragement. So most of us, it's been taught that, oh, we need to scare our kids and scare them into listening and things like that, and we don't need to be rough. So we don't need to go through the suffering. We can learn through joy as well. But everything has a time and a place and is there to teach us. So let's be very gentle with ourselves and with others. We don't know what they're learning. We don't know what they're healing. Not everybody talks about everything that's going on in their lives. So we don't know. So let's stop judging. Let's just be gentle with everybody. Gentle with all these souls out there going in cycles, trying to figure these out. Look at the cycles we've been caught in on the grander scale of things. On the whole, become so materialistic. Like this place knows better than that place, and everybody should be like this. That's the arrogance. That's the arrogance. We can look at some and, oh, they're poor. Why are they poor? Because they don't have money. Who determined which was rich, who was successful, and all of that? Let's heal that. What's our idea of success? What does that look like to us, right? Do we need to be rough, like those are the winners, or the loud and obnoxious one, you know, quiet, we don't get anything. I don't speak up, blah, 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 I miss out. So now we just try and go against our grain, and everybody's trying to be rough, loud, you know, outgoing characters. Everybody needs to be an extrovert. What is that? What is that for you? Are you gentle with yourself and accept you as you are? Because if we don't accept ourselves, how's anybody going to accept us? We're not going to allow anybody to accept us because we don't think we're worthy of that. So reflect. What's that? What's that healing you got to do in you? Where's that gentleness? Right? Where is there a place you need to be more gentle in your life with yourself, with your body? And we're not pushing our bodies. We work with our bodies. And that's that action we can take on that, working with our bodies. Today, this week, whatever day you watch this. Timeless life lessons. Not talking about futures, past, whatever. Life lessons. We all learn. different points in our life. They'll come back around again too. It's cycles, right? We cycle up. And if something's coming back around, is it because, oh man, this just keeps happening to me? Or is this another chance to practice a new skill because now you've healed that? Maybe you've had some forgiveness in there. So practicing being not judgmental, or practicing not feeling like the victim, practicing whatever that is. Practice progressively perfects. Not practice makes perfect, but practice progressively perfects. Doesn't mean you'll actually get to the perfect, but practice progressively perfects. Give me bees! And we go to the east, the illumination and clarity. When we're looking at that, we're gentle with ourselves. We're healing all that we're not, all those beliefs that we took on about ourselves maybe. You know, we're healing who we thought we were, or who others thought we were. We're healing our own image of ourselves. That little within, in those own cycles, and we're being gentle with ourselves. If we repeated cycles that we said we were never going to do that to our children, we're never going to be like that when we're adults, whatever, be gentle with yourself so we can heal that. But we need to shed light on that too and take responsibility for those cycles and patterns we may have repeated that don't feel so good because we said we never would. That's the thing, never say never, right? I know there's cycles that were repeated in my life I had to learn from. And for me, personally, it's that I need to get past that. I don't want to believe this. You know, you love somebody and you hear something horrible and you want, I don't want to believe that about that person. I love that person too much. My image of them is this, and I cannot see them in any other way. That's where we get caught up in these cycles with abuses, or, geez, serial killers. Look at Ted Bundy, right? There's others don't want to see him in any other way. He was such a nice guy. Well educated too, so he can adapt himself. So let's get some clarity. And when we see people, I was just watching something on abuse. Chris Godina's Let's Talk. She goes live every Sunday. Lost my train of thought. That they know what they do, right? When that mask slips, that's their real person, okay? So there's illusion. So we need illumination and clarity on these people because we've only seen them in one light. We can't see them doing any wrong, right? Right? They could get away with murder or whatever we say because love is blind and covers a multitude of sins. But so we need to get some clarity on, well, they're not taking responsibility for that. They just keep passing the buck, right? And they can blame everybody else for their shit, yet everybody else is responsible for their shit. Whatever, you know what I mean? Look at that double ego. Let's tap into that spirit to get that clarity and see who Creator made us to be and what is Creator trying to teach us from this situation. Double ego on that. And that's the male energy. That's what we're doing. Tapping in to the source within us for that healing, to see those cycles, to see what we were made for, that inner wisdom. What were we put here for? We have a purpose here. What is that? We were all made for something. God made us all unique. We all have these unique fingerprints. It's like we're all a unique fingerprint designed in the image of our Creator. Whatever that is for you. So bring that illumination and clarity to those cycles and movement to create that movement. We can tap into that spirit. We can pray, right? Ask for that wisdom to discern, for that courage to take action, right? Serenity, courage. We don't want to pray for strength. We've got enough strength because that strength comes through trials and tribulations and these experiences, right? They say whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So let's focus. Remember that I am that came up. I am. Who are you? That being inside, the truest you. Who is that? You know that. Spirit knows that. So that's what we're doing today, this week. We're getting in touch with Spirit. Whatever way that comes to you and how you do that, we don't need anything. You can just think, I'm connected with them, you know, and all the power of the brain in there too. But sometimes we need to get that subconscious out of the way. Maybe throw on a music or something But whatever that is, however that looks for you, connect. Connect to your source. Connect. Help you to see and illuminate these cycles. That's what we're doing. That's the action to be taken on these. That's how we find those cycles. We connect with our source, with Creator. Whatever way that is for you, there is no right or wrong way. It's that intention. Intention. The energy follows that intention. Right? And that's how we make that change. Right? We look at it. We acknowledge it. We accept. We're gentle on ourselves. We take that action and we make that change. Go through those rites of passage. What was that teaching us? What did our life set us up for to be professionals of? What have you just kept going through in your life? Maybe we want to avoid it. Maybe that's where our calling is. Just the thing that we've been trying to avoid. Why? Are we afraid? Are we ashamed of ourselves? We think we can't help because we haven't healed enough. Right? I've gotten caught up in that, so I do this. And this is helping. And I'm still healing. Or I am healed. Eh? I am healed. I am healed. If we keep telling ourselves that, right? Eventually we're going to believe it. That's how. They brainwash, blah, blah. It's because that repetitive. So you can repeat it to yourself. What do you want to repeat to yourself? What are you building on in that change? What are you building and making different, replacing, right? Maybe we can take that grain of sand, or maybe we can bust up all that thing and it can be turned into the new building, right? What is that? There's something and it makes it stronger. I don't know if it was a cement thing that they pulverize up all the old cement and they use it into the new growth. I think this was on the ancient civilizations or something that I was watching, but that made it even stronger. Rebuilding. There's in the Japanese or Chinese, in the Asian traditions about the vase that breaks. Well, it's even stronger where it breaks when they glue it back together, and they would glue it with gold. So then it even looks prettier, and even after it's broken. So let's look at that, because we can still rebuild. Again, right? We were just talking about the puzzle earlier, right? Do you build it once and just leave it, or do you take it apart and build it again? So of course, puzzles, there's only going to be one way they go together. Or is there? I don't know. There's all sorts of different puzzles out there. Look at mosaics and all of that. What did that all say to you there? 21, 22. That's how we grew. One step at a time. Looking at those cycles, right? Letting go. Because we can't move on to the next, right? It's like those monkey bars. You can't get to the next one unless you let go of this one. Like how many times? How long did you swing there before you let go to grab onto that next one? Everything comes. We have to let go to reach out. How can we grab something? Look at that little doggy with that bone going over that bridge and seeing the reflection of himself and wanting that other doggy's bone. And the more he barks at him, well, then he loses his bone because that's his reflection. Let's look at that. We need to let go in order to receive, because we're still hanging on to these. How can we make that change? Nothing happened. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Think about that. But everything is in constant change. So, what? Look at the tizzies we get ourselves into. Right, there's cycles. We're looking at those cycles. So, okay. Just a one for each, please, and thank you. Just one for each. Thank you. Looking at those cycles up there. That inner wisdom. And we know how to create that movement. Wow. Okay, we're going to show you these. I'm going to shuffle them back in. We got the bounty. We got the coming together and coming home. Oh, no. Accepting recognition and coming home. That acceptance and coming home to ourselves. That the bounty, there is enough for all. There's no need to fight. Everybody shines in their own time. And we can all shine at the same time, too. Why not? All the stars are all shining at the same time just because we're not seeing them. They're all still shining right now in the middle of the day. Right, but the light out there is coming across your thirst is much brighter than the tongue twisted. but they're still out there shining. It'll get darker at the night, and then we'll see them. But they're still shining. They don't stop. We don't have to. But there's rest. We do have to have this rest. Can't constantly shine. So it's like the rest time, right? There we go. That one just kind of... Did you see how that... So we're going to take it. Dream, envision, and wonder. Right? So maybe salmon's out in that ocean. Starts dreaming about this stream, about this long journey that it's got to take. And then it's got to wander. It's got to follow that. But if we don't, right? If we get that inspiration, we feel that calling, but we don't follow it, what would happen then? So look at those cycles. Dream, envision, wonder. What's been coming up for you? Is there something that's been calling to you? You hear it out there? This reminds me of Moana. Hear it calling. All the words just slip from my mind. But I love that song. Moana just, woo. Have you watched that Disney one? That's a nice one. Anyways. Seeing things like that, that's inspirational. Look at true stories, inspirational movies and stuff. Not that Moana was a true story. How do we know? I don't know. We weren't back there then. Look at that. What are the stories we tell ourselves? Do we just keep dreaming about it and envisioning it, but we don't wander to it? What is that for you? It's looking at those cycles. What have we been dreaming of? What has been calling to us? How have we held ourselves back? That gentleness. What needs to be healed before we do this? Or it's not before. What are we healing as this? Oh, what's the deeper messages on the healing? What did you mean by that, Spirit? Just a one. There we go. And there we go. The harvest launches stones. That there's plenty for all. We're healing that there is not enough to go around. That's totally what needs to be healed. That some belong, some don't. Oh, you know, some have to go without in order for others to have. No, there's enough to go around. And if those ones that are hoarding it all shared it around, we wouldn't keep fighting. So really, it's those ones that keep it all to themselves. They've got it all hoarded over here. Well, they can't eat it all. It's all going to go rotten before they... So it needs to be shared out. That's the point. There's plenty for all. It should be shared. It's meant to be shared. It's meant to be there for everybody. Nobody has ownership over this world. We're all human beings on it. Right? Why does the government own the land? No, that belongs to all. To all. And there is plenty for all. So we need to heal. Heal in us all that there is not enough. Even if we sometimes, I don't want to take too much because I don't want to take away from somebody else. Right? Well, we can do that. And there's some that will. I don't want to ask for money for my services because, you know, I don't feel like worth it or whatever, right? Whatever that is. How do you do that? You know? Oh, it's my gift. I can't ask for money. It's meant to be shared, but there needs to be an exchange. So are you feeling totally drained? Then you need to look at, there needs to be that exchange. Are you blocking yourself from receiving? Look at that. Do you think there's not enough to go around? Do you share from your full cup? Are you trying to give something you don't have? Or are you trying to get something somebody doesn't have to give? That comes from within you. I don't know. I don't know. What's that for you? And what are we going to do? What is Spirit here? Whew, that action. Oh, chills. We got to pray every day, however you call it. Whatever way works for you. We plant that seed. There we go. Right? Zeroing in that one over there. Look at that. Openness to flow. The seed being carried by the wind. This is the Fool card in the traditional deck. So we're taking those steps. We need to watch. We might fall off there, but maybe there's a ledge we don't know. So we need to take that leap of faith. What is that? Knowing that Spirit is there and will catch us, will support us. Right, but we don't tempt. We don't tempt. So don't tempt the Lord. Whatever, right? We don't. put ourselves in danger or something like that. And think that somebody else is going to come and rescue us. Right? We see that we have all the capabilities within ourselves. These little seeds that were planted in us. What's that seed that was planted in you? That source planted in you right from the beginning. What is that? What do you need to change to open up to that? Creator. What is the seed you planted in me, right? And the smallest seed is a mustard seed. Look at it, it comes out a great big huge tree. And look at that seed. No, it starts as that little shell, and it's pretty protected in there. It's got to break open all of that shell. So it's got to bust apart. It's not going to be a seed anymore. It's just going to start developing those little roots and those little sprouts. Do we give it that enough to grow? Because just like plants, right? We all require different things for us to grow. Plants require their own elements. Look at that. Those seeds that have been planted in us in the dream time. The intuition and infinity within. This is the moon. We're just going through that full moon there too. Bare moon. Look at that. The intuition, the infinity within. We're going within. Seeing, asking Spirit, what did you plant in me? What is this purpose I am here for to share? With gentleness in this healing. How can we heal at this time? Because this earth, oh, it so needs that. We all need this healing and that guide. Look at that. Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana. Right, that's the guide. The guide on the path up the mountain. Completion and foundation. Here we have these chains, that rice of passage. It's the tasty rice of passage. Okay, right, so the guide is going to guide us how to eat this rice. Okay, the rites of passage, making those changes. If we tap in to that guide, that source, whatever that is, right? And source has set us up with our own personal guides too. Guardian angels and all the likes like that. You know they're from love. They have to answer. Are you of love? Are you here for my highest and best interest? That's how you know if they are divinely sent. So what do you see there? We're building on that intuition and what we're being guided to do, just like Sam and that inner knowing, building on that inner knowing, dreaming and envisioning and wondering with what we could do with that inner knowing. What is that? I know, like, there's so many things I can do. So many potentials. We have so many things that we like. So many seeds have been planted in us, but which ones do we want to nurture? Those are the ones that will grow. Maybe some of them are weeds, and we got to weed those out. But not all weeds are a bad thing either. They've gotten a bad reputation, but some weeds are good. And medicine, dandelions, very super healing, like a superfood. Yet, what a bad rap these dandelions get, huh? So let's look at that. We're all needed. Everything is essential here, and everything works when we work together. It's cooperation, not survival of the fittest. No. Things work and is more sustainable when we work together. Symbiotic relationship. And that begins within yourself. And how do you share that with everyone else? Love you all. Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes, thank you for being you. Shining your light through in everything you do. Because you know what? This world needs you. And it's inside you. All those answers of who you are to be. Oh, God planted those seeds right in you. Not me. He planted the seeds for what I gotta be in me. So only you. Only you. Wow. What an important job, because only you can get in touch with that true version of you and let that shine through as the divine made you to. Whatever, I like to talk in rhymes. Whatever, it makes it fun. Love yous. Yes, thank you for being you. Shine your light through everything you do. This world really needs you right now. Yes, it do. There you go. Closer look at them. Oh, how's that? Okay. Love yous.